Hey guys, so I'm back with another video of how to make bread rolls. To begin, we'll start with the yeast mixture. So you'll need 3 tablespoons of butter, 2 teaspoons of yeast, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, 2 tablespoons of white sugar, 2 large eggs, both at room temperature, and a half a cup of milk. Okay, so we're gonna put a small saucepan over medium-high heat. We're gonna add our 3 tablespoons of butter first, and we're gonna melt that down. Keep stirring it so it doesn't burn. Once it's all nice and melted, we're going to add our half a cup of milk. Give that a stir, along with our 2 tablespoons of sugar. Then crack in your 2 eggs, the first one, and in goes the second one. Give it a quick stir. Then we'll finally add our vanilla extract and stir it again. Now we're going to remove it from the heat, and we're going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. To balance the flavor of sweetness, we'll need some saltiness. And I checked the temperature and it should be just right. The temperature should be around 110 degrees for the yeast mixture to actually activate. And then we're going to stir it up and set it aside for about 10 minutes until it gets light and foamy. Alright, our yeast mixture has activated. Now we're going to add it to a bowl. I'm just using a pot because it has a lid. And the pot is quite thick, which helps the dough rise during the proofing stage. Okay, so now we're going to add 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour and mix this with the wooden spoon until you have a very sticky dough-like consistency. Now we're going to add a half a cup of flour at a time to our sticky dough until we can form a ball or until it doesn't stick too much to our hands. After about a cup of flour, my dough was about ready to be able to be kneaded. So here I am kneading it just until it is smooth and elastic. Now what you're going to do is form your soft dough into a ball, and you're going to cover it with the warm wet towel and place it in a draft-free area. And for me, I have a proofing system in my oven, so I'm going to proof it for an hour until it doubles in size. Okay, so here I have taken my dough out of the oven and it has doubled in volume. And now what we're going to do is flour our surface, spread it out, and drop our dough straight down. As you can see, the dough is pretty sticky, so we're going to add some flour over the top, spread it out, and we're going to knead the dough to release the gas that was produced while it was proofing. We're not going to knead it so much where it gets tough, but we're just going to knead it to get some gas out. Once you have finished kneading, you're going to form it into a ball again, and you're going to cut the ball into 8s. You want to make sure that each dough ball is equivalently the same, so when you bake them, they will all bake evenly. Now that we have each dough ball cut, we're going to work with a little bit at a time, so I put the extra pieces back into the pot. And we're going to roll each dough ball out to 6 to 8 inches. You're going to roll it just like a log or a thin rope. Once you have your desired length, what you're going to do is wrap it around your hand, over the top, and right through the bottom. Push. So it looks like a little flower almost. And place it in your baking tray. So I'll show you guys again. You're going to roll it out to your desired length. Wrap it around your hand, over the top, and then push it through the bottom. And then you get a little flower. And place it back in your tray. And you're going to repeat with all your dough balls. Now that our rolls are done, we're going to take a egg yolk and water mixture, and we're going to brush it on to each roll, and this is going to help the rolls turn a nice golden brown color when we bake them. And now to add some flavor, we're going to take some melted butter with a tablespoon of sugar, and we're just going to dab it generously on there. This is going to give them a nice buttery taste. Now we're going to put some cling wrap over the top along with a wet hot towel, and we're going to let this rise one last time. Alright, as you can see, my rolls have risen nicely. And now we're going to preheat our oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And now we can finally pop them into the oven. Place it on the center rack. And we're going to bake these for 10 minutes. And when it hits 5 minutes, we're going to rotate the pan. Okay, so here I am rotating the pan. And you can see they have puffed up very nicely. And make sure you keep an eye on them because you don't want them to burn. And ta-da, they're finished. I gave them about 3 more minutes in the oven and they turned out very nice and golden brown. Once they're cool and set to room temperature, we'll remove them from the pan. It's a lot easier when you have parchment paper to lift out the rolls from the pan. And we'll just let them cool. Alright, your bread rolls are finished. And here it is. Present to you the perfect dinner roll. And let me just open it for you guys. As you can see from letting it rise twice, you can see all of the layers it created. These rolls are also super moist from the butter mixture you dabbed on earlier. And I hope to see you guys soon. Thanks for watching and goodbye.